Hello and welcome back to the Linguistic Council. I'm joined here by Professor Maxwell House and Sir David Tumbler, and today we'll be discussing the issue of how we'll improve language for all of you. We like to call this proposal French, and there are several issues which we need to discuss, which are displayed behind us. The first is verb conjugations. Now I know some of you don't like learning all these tenses, so we've got rid of some of them. Okay, next slide. Here's a graph of how many people don't like conjugations. We can see that the proportions are fairly equal. Now, despite the fact that many of you strongly desire conjugations to be eliminated, that would cause an insufficient amount of people to moderately dislike them, which is outrageous. So instead, we'll make some new conjugations, and because we're extremely kind, we'll add some pronouns to them. Now you might notice that some of the spellings are quite unconventional. Well, doing this has been proven to increase brain capacity, and since you'll no longer have to remember which conjugation goes with which person, we thought that this was necessary. So yes, that is our first proposal. Now we're going to hear from Professor House.
Well, everyone, as I'm sure you're tired of remembering all your declensions, we have decided to simplify it for you. Now, masculine and feminine are not declensions, but they will soon function somewhat like them. Yes, even though we knew that third declension was your favourite, we have scrapped the neuter form. It will ensure that your brains are not overloaded, and I'm sure you'll all welcome this change and help us on our mission to assign a gender to all inanimate objects. This, of course, will make your language a lot more romantic.
Thank you, Professor Maxwell. Now let's hear from Sir David Tumbler, President of the International Prescriptivism Society.
Okay, it's very important to remember that you should never use cases. The use of grammatical cases highly encourages big words, which urgently need to be broken down. To combat this void in our proposed language, we'll be adding a team of small words to sentences to ensure cases are not used. So from now, cases are prohibited, except the nominative, accusative, genitive, and dative in certain situations, especially in pronouns. So to summarise, grammatical cases are banned, but grammatical cases can still be used when they're pronouns.
Thank you, Sir Tumbler. Now I understand that some of you didn't like the essentially free word order in Latin. So as of today, we're changing that. We'll now use SVO word order, which will help us to defeat enemies because it's a more effective word order. Or what I mean is that instead of putting the verb at the end of the sentence, it will be in the middle. But no, we can't just put the verb at the beginning, because that feature was already taken by the Semitic languages. And we have word that Spanish is trying that as well. So for now, SVO word order will apply. We have also taken it upon ourselves to fix Latin's phonology. So as you can see, these were the sounds in Latin, and these are the sounds which we have added. We have also obviously expanded the phonemic inventory. It will be harder to learn, but it might not, so you'll have to learn it. We have, however, scrapped some sounds, like that qu and that r sound, but don't despair, we will implement necessary alternatives for this issue. For example, we're planning to add some random nasalities to certain words, and we won't change the spelling, of course, because it's for your benefit. That's all from me. Now I'm going to hand over to
As always, we continue to encourage the misuse of Latin, and if we do hear any cases, quees, or egos, don't be surprised if you're temporarily banned from the language, as this would be seen as a violation of linguistic law. And what do I look like? A descriptivist? We will not be answering any questions. Follow the rules and don't doubt our supreme authority. However, if you are in doubt, remember 3 things. Save conjugations, adopt words, and alter sounds. That's all, folks. Thank you everyone for watching, and if you enjoyed this video format, please tell me so in the comments. Also, please consider subscribing as it really helps the channel out. Anyway, see you next week for our video on Quechua.